What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Young Moguls podcast, where we keep it real, relatable, and super motivational. It's your girl, Reagan.
And it's your boy, Real MJ Hill. Look, y'all, today we have Notlim Taylor. She is an actor. She's a singer. I actually watched, a lot of her shows, actually, before I even, got the opportunity to meet her. So it's so dope to have her on the podcast. I know she's going to bring y'all, just a lot of motivation. I'm going to have her share her story, all of her experience, with her industry, everything she's doing. But yeah, y'all, Notlim, just to get it started off, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Cool. Hi, guys. I'm Notlim Taylor. I'm a 19-year-old actress. I'm about to turn 20 soon, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I act. So I've been acting since I was 8. Before that, I was modeling for tutus for 2 years. So that was my thing before I started acting. But my dad got us into the industry. Also, my dad and my brother are actors as well. So, yeah, I've been acting for a long time. I worked on shows like the NBC sitcom Marlon with Marlon Wayans, the comedian. I work with Kevin Hart, a lot of different people. So I'm truly blessed to be able to do this,
Yeah, most definitely. Greg, you got it.
Okay. I was going to say, you mentioned that your dad had got you and your brother into acting. How exactly did that work out? Is he an actor himself or?
Yeah, so my dad's an actor. He actually moved from Nashville, Tennessee, all the way to LA because he wanted to pursue his acting career. And initially, it wasn't his goal to make us actors. It was just his sole purpose to, follow his dreams. But one day we went with him to an audition and we saw him work and we were like, oh, this is cool. And he asked us one day, do you want to try it? I can talk to my agent. And we signed with his agent. We booked our first audition, which was a commercial for Disney. So it was so cool. But yeah, my dad's an actor.
Awesome.
Yo, that's so dope. And just I heard you mention earlier, you got the chance to work with Marlon. You got the chance to work with Kevin Hart. How was that? Just being an actor, being, in the same room. How was that?
Honestly, most of the time, some people say that they've become starstruck over these actors and comedians that they get to work with. I don't know. I kind of felt equal. And I was like, okay, you here, I'm here, and this is cool. But it's interesting to see how different people are in person versus, in interviews and on television. And they all had great energy. So fun to work with. So,
yeah.
That's awesome.
What did you say?
I was just gonna ask, what's been your favorite moment? Has it been encountering a celebrity? Has it been acting wise? In that whole industry, what's been your favorite moment?
You know what? I think it would be interacting with the live audience. I worked on Marlon, so that was a live audience production where we shot in front of them, but I've never filmed in front of a live audience before until that opportunity. And to see that my presence and my work inspired other people was surreal to me. I didn't think I could have that impact like Marlon would because he has, that platform and everything. And he's been out there for a while. So to see people say, hey, can I get a picture with you? And hey, can you give my daughter advice? Or, I like the way you present yourself on social media and how you carry yourself. And I'm like, thank you. So it was really cool. I think that's my favorite thing about working in this industry is just being able to resonate with so many people that I didn't think I could.
Right. Most definitely. And actually, because I never understood, how the sitcoms work. So y'all were in front of an entire audience.
Yeah.
So all of those laughs were real?
Yeah. Sometimes they do add a laugh track because if people are like, oh, that wasn't funny, they add the laugh track.
Okay.
Put the laughs in there. So yeah, we shot in front of them. They had a set. It's a little different because some TV shows, based on the type of TV show it is, they'll have it like ours. It's kind of like half a house, if that makes sense. Okay. So you can see into the space, but it still looks like they're actually in a house when they're filming from different angles versus a show like Blackish, which I also worked on. It's literally a house and you go inside and you film. So it's different on each set that you work on.
Yo, that's like, all right, I gotta ask you this because like I want to get into acting, but I don't necessarily know, you know what I'm saying? It's just at least right now, if I have, you know what I'm saying, the capacity to be an actor, how do you put yourself in that frame of thinking to where it's like you're in the room, like you're not actually in a room, like it's a setup, you know what I'm saying? You got all these cameras pointing at you. Like, how do you put yourself into that character and like forget all of that?
Honestly, there's a lot that goes into it. Preparation is what we're going to talk about, I guess, right now.
Yeah.
But I've recently learned to be in the experience of the scene. So right now, I'm in class, and I work with this acting coach. Her name is Lauren Chidima. So I'm working with her. I'm in the second level. It's so exciting. I'm learning so much, and it's over Zoom. But you have to ask yourself, what do you see? What do you hear? What can you smell, taste, and what can you touch in the scene? Because sometimes in the script, they'll write like, okay, Stacy grabs the remote or something. Like, you need to be aware that that's a beat of the scene. That's something you need to do in the scene. So that's one thing. I think too, it's kind of odd because I never struggled with intimidation mentally, and I know some people can, and I've never been intimidated. So I think the main thing you have to remember, even if you're not trying to be an actor, is that you belong and that you are equal, and what you have to say should be respected, and you shouldn't hold back, because when you hold back, you're not allowing yourself to grow. You're not really in the experience of the scene. So
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, what's been one of your biggest learning experiences when it comes to acting?
You got to reflect on like what you've been able to accomplish. I think that's the biggest thing. That's the only thing that keeps me going, because it can be hard. I know people say there's a lot of rejection in this industry, and there is, but I guess my parents, they've taught us to not look at it from that perspective. Instead of saying, okay, you're rejected, you're not enough, no, we don't like you. My parents taught us to think of it as, okay, not right now. Sorry guys, God has something better for you, and this is just not it. So on to the next thing, you know? So I think reflecting and being grateful for what you have is going to help you move forward in this industry.
That's awesome.
That's real talk. I think that's like the biggest thing though, like when it comes to just everything in life, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's a job opportunity or whether it's, you know, entrepreneurship, whether it's acting, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, like rejection is something that we all have to face. And I feel like, you know, when you get comfortable with that rejection and you understand that every opportunity isn't the last opportunity, you know, you start to stop beating yourself up so much. Like I know I have a lot of people, you know, so for example, I had somebody come out and like they were gonna help me run the shop, right? And for me, what I have to do for my brand all day, I have to literally chat everybody, right? Everybody that walk past, I have to tell them about the business. Hey, can I have a minute of your time? And there's a lot of people that are like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I really don't care. And for the person that was trying to help me, they were like, how do you deal with that? You know what I'm saying? On a day-to-day basis, like, how do you deal with everybody saying no? And I'm like, everybody's not saying no. You know, it may just be one or two people. You just got to keep shooting your shot until eventually, you know what I'm saying, it lands. So I think like rejection is just something that we all have to get comfortable with. And, you know, that's really what's going to lead people to their success.
Yeah.
Right.
Rejection is life at the end of the day. Rejection is just an obstacle that everybody's going to come across if they're looking to succeed. Now, you have to fail in order to succeed. Like you have to make a mistake. You have to be able to learn from something in order to say, okay, now this is how I can go down this path to be able to succeed. And you're not going to get that without rejection. Like you're not going to get that without a no. There's been many times where I've been at my own tables in my own events, having to advocate for myself saying, would you like to buy a t-shirt? No, it may be no for no reason. And maybe I don't have money, whatever the reason is, the answer is no. But I would never gotten the customers that I would have gotten if I didn't get those no's. Because getting those no's and getting those yeses, no matter what answer I got, I had to go out there and ask. So it's all about making yourself present and putting yourself out there and risking the no, risking the rejection, because that's how you succeed at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Fact.
So, I noticed you both have a very persistent vibe about you. And I mean, I think you need that. You got to keep going. And I think you guys have that mentality already. Like you guys are already said, y'all doing your thing and everything. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. So like, I know this is like not maybe like a weird question, but how is everything? Like, how is your life? What's your favorite thing about acting? What's one of the best things you got to do? They all relate back to the same thing, but what is like, just give us a little inside scoop on everything.
Okay, cool. So right now, like I said, I've been in class. I've done about what, 3 classes right now, like within this year, 3 classes for acting, for singing. And then I did something fun with my family, which was roller skating. So I know how to do the little tricks and everything. So I'm getting there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's been really what's been taking up most of my time outside of auditions. I have gotten very close to booking, but there is a period when you don't book. And that's just, I guess, what people don't expect, because if you do get a big role, they're like, okay, you're supposed to take off. And what's going on? Are you still acting? I'm still acting. I'm still working. I'm still applying myself. I think that's the hardest thing is to continue, because it could be so much sometimes. So I guess my main focus has just been on my craft and my work and my gift that God gave me. So yeah, I went to Horror Nights. That was cool. I was scared.
Horror Nights?
Yeah.
What's that?
I didn't want to go at first, but I went for my brother. He turned 17, so yeah.
I'm guessing that's like a scare ground.
Yeah, it's they have like mazes at the Universal theme park, and these scary people like jump out at you. I don't play with that. Anything that messes with my spirit, I do not play around. I don't watch scary movies. So
I love them.
See, there we go.
I love them. I ain't gonna lie. I love scary movies.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
I think for me, it's just like the thrill. I want to see if this is actually gonna scare me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought, like, when I was younger, I hated them. I hated them so much because they used to give me nightmares. But like now, it's just I'm in such a place. I'm like, all right, let me see if they can scare me. If they can scare me, then it's a good movie right here. But if it don't scare me, you know what I'm saying? Because I be finding the funniest things in every scary movie. Like I pick at everything. So it's like it don't really scare me like that. But like, yeah, I don't know. Mazes, I couldn't do it because like if I get lost, I'm gonna start getting paranoid. Like, nah, I'm straight. I'm good on the maze part.
Oh man. Well, honestly, if you go with me, I will get you out of there. I mean, I don't know where I'm going, but I get out of there fast because I don't want to be in there. So if we all went together, trust to believe, I got y'all. Unless I run away out of fear.
Okay, not going with you. Gotcha. Bring a GPS with me. Got me. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I definitely. One thing that makes as I begin to grow up about watching like scary movies and even like drama TV shows, it's just been the fact of being able to separate like the movie from reality. I'm just in the back of my mind, I know this is not real. And so I find jokes and everything. And horror movies, they really just be hilarious because why in the world would you go down that hallway? Like, for real, that makes absolutely no sense. And so that's what I do. I find the funny in things. I find the humor. Yeah. But that's what makes one for me. What are you saying?
And Notlim, I wanted to ask you, like, so who is your favorite actor? Because I know for me, like, when I was looking into acting, I'm like, okay, who do I like want to like portray, or who do I want to look up to coming into it, right? And like, I know for me, it's like Michael B. Jordan. I like Kevin Hart, but I ain't as funny as Kevin Hart, so I don't know. Michael B. Jordan played more of a serious role, so I can kind of go into that. But like, who is like your inspiration for like acting? You know?
You know what's funny? I don't have a favorite actor or a crush, like a favorite. I don't know why. I mean, if anything, I guess my dad, because he inspired me to get into this. But I don't know. I think I just want to see the kind of person and actor I become, and see what happens. I'm working hard.
Yeah, that's real. And one thing that you mentioned like earlier, you was like, when you book like the big show, like how people were like expecting for things to take off. And you know what I'm saying, how you said, things kind of went slower. Is like when that part hits, like some people will give up when that part hits, you know what I'm saying? Because
Oh,
it's like, dang, I just got this massive success. Things are going good. And then boom, things aren't going as good as they were. And then it was just like, and things aren't going bad. They're just not going as great as they were. And it's just like, man, you know, should I keep going with this? And like, just to see your perseverance and like your persistence with it, and you continuing, you know what I'm saying, to grow and, you know, master your craft, it just shows like that's really what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Like to get to that level of success, because you're only 19 years old. Like it's crazy how young you are and how much time you have, you know what I'm saying, to grow into, you know what I'm saying, this huge actor. And I can already see, like, give it 5 years. I can't even name how many TV shows me again. You feel me? It's just like that perseverance is what's key for sure.
Exactly. It's that positive attitude too. Like a lot of people at the rejection, and I mean it does. Like I don't want to make it seem like everything's picture perfect, because it's not. Behind the scenes, like you said, things do go slow. Like it's not as successful as it seems in the beginning. Some people they start acting when they're like 3 or 4. They don't get their big break till they're 20. I mean, there's certain things like that that'll bring people down, but you don't fail until you stop trying. And so if you keep trying, then somehow, some way, you're going to run into success. And sometimes it won't even take you by surprise, because you've been working so long, and because you've been persevering, and because you've been being persistent and consistent with who you are, who you have a desire to be, what brand you desire to have, who you want people to know you as. Like, do you want to be a household name? These things won't catch you by surprise because of how hard you're working. And if you continue to work that hard, then success shouldn't be a surprise. But I do want to ask you, what are some people like, because there are a lot of actors out there I would love to meet in person, but you've been an actor yourself. Is there anybody special that you'd love to work with?
Oh, Lord. I want to work with actors of different ages, because each generation has been taught a different way. So, you know, I could work with Tom Holland, or I could work with Viola Davis, or someone who's been in the game for a long time. Like, I've been able to meet some of these people, and it's like, oh, this is crazy. Like, I'm here, you know? It's so cool to be able to realize the place you're at. I guess either those two or Regina King. I love, and see, that's the thing about Regina King. She didn't work for a while. And now look, nonstop. Sometimes you have to have that period, because for me personally, I feel like this is a period of preparation for me. I'm in class, you know, I'm thinking about the type of actor I want to be, the kind of person I want to be. Do I want it for the fame, or do I just want to work and provide for my family? I want to work and provide for my family. I really don't care about everything else. I would love to go to the Met Gala because I love fashion, but you know, like, I'm not in it for that. I'm very passionate about what I do, and I work hard, and I know I do. So, you know, I just see it as, okay, you know, I'm just, like my dad says, you're just sharpening your knives, as he calls it, because your knives represent your skills. So, yeah, you know, I think that was a lot in one. I just had to mention that. But yeah,
no, that's so real though. Like, that's just like the period of preparation. Like, you got to keep preparing until the opportunity comes. Like I know, like, everybody says this, you know what I'm saying? You just have to stay prepared, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to get prepared. Like, for me, like, when it comes to like speaking is one thing. Yeah, you can reach out to people, and like you can like send out a lot of emails, but it all comes down to, you know what I'm saying, whoever reaches back out to you really wants you to come speak. So it's like, it's similar to the point of, like, you know, you just have to keep preparing yourself and keep sharpening your craft until you get your opportunity again. So, like, I mean, that's just the biggest thing, man. If you got a dream, if you got something that you're really going after, you know, just continue, you know, to persevere, and just continue to sharpen your knives, like Notlim Pop said. Continue to sharpen those knives until your time comes, because I'm telling you, it's coming. It's on the way. Easy.
I've heard the saying, don't get ready, stay ready. And so I had like come into terms with it when I was maybe about like 12 years old, because that's when I had went to my maybe when I was like 13 or 14ish. I'm 60 now. And this is when I had went to at Lisa Nichols conference. And so she would always say that. I had been to 2 prior, and this was my 3rd one. This was maybe right before COVID. And so she would always say, don't get ready, stay ready. And so I kind of, you know, could piece it together to myself, but it was nothing that I could personally relate to, like to a story of my own, until Miss Lisa Nichols, she called me up on stage, right? Like she had her people. She had her people, and they were doing their presentations, their elevator speeches, preparing to be motivational speakers. All of them in that room want to be just like her. And so they were up there. These are people that have paid tens of thousands of dollars taking her courses. I hadn't paid anything personally. I was just in the room. So I was just trying to, get as much knowledge as I could. And she ended up calling me on stage. And so that was my first opportunity of like being able to realize what not get ready, but stay ready means. And so I was ready. Like every single night that we went home and everything that she was teaching, I was practicing. I would stay up late, have to get up super early in the morning for breakfast, and then be there all day because I was so hungry to learn for it. And that's that's like one, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but that's the awesomeness, the pleasure, I don't know, of being able to accomplish your dreams and goals and reach for your dreams and goals. So if you have the opportunity, please do it. Like while you're young, this podcast is for young moguls. And while you're young, use this time as an opportunity to accomplish your dreams and goals, because the next moment is not promised. And we have figured that out by everything that's happening in the world, all the bad things that are happening, all the negative things that are happening. The next moment is not promised. So bring some positivity into it by living your best life. Living my best life. Live your best life. Because honestly, it's the best thing.
Not the little my best life. I love that, girl. No, like you're right. That's true. I mean, I love what both of you have to say in response. I can see you guys doing a talk show. Honestly, you guys know exactly what to do, how to speak, how to like just throw in more in there, So I think that's great. You guys are doing amazing. And this is so fun. So.
Reagan, we got to get a studio. You feel me? We got to get a studio. We can fly people out. And we have these in person. You know what I'm saying? I think that's going to take it to the next level. But that's coming. Like I said, that's coming. We just got to continue with the Zooms. And then when we get the studio, we can go back and be like, yo, you remember we was on Zoom doing this? You know what I'm saying? Sending the links.
Having the time limits. I mean, having technical difficulties. Y'all don't understand. It's been so much. But we've got to go through this in order to get to the place that we want to go. And me and Marquise, we have big dreams for this podcast. And I'm so excited. That's what keeps me going, because I know what we're going to have. Like, I know who we're going to be. I know what kind of name we're going to have. And I can see everything. It takes vision, and it takes vision, and it takes time, and it takes patience. And if you don't have those things, then you're not going to be able to succeed. You got to be patient. You got to, some things happen fast. Some people have their big break, but for the majority of the world, for about 99% that are still trying to get out there, it takes patience. And the few people that do get up there, it's because they were like, okay, I realize this is going to take time. I just got to stay persistent, and I got to keep working. And so that's what we're doing. And I'm excited. I'm really excited.
You hype.
I'm so hyped. Like when I get to thinking about it, it's just like I could talk about it all day. I really could.
Nah, for sure. But Notlim, like you sing too. You know what I'm saying? I know you're a singer too. Like what made you, what made you like get into, singing? Or was that something, that naturally came as those shower concerts, can continue to happen?
I used to sing for my family. I would step up on the table with my little mermaid outfit, and I just took my little mic and I would just sing whatever, and I did it fearlessly. I didn't care about judgment. And as I've gotten older, there's more that comes into my mind, like, oh my God, what if I can't hit it? And what if I can't do this? And what if everybody's better than me? And it's a lot, because as you get older, it's odd how that becomes an issue. Like you start getting worried about so much. So now I've started to step into, well, I'm gonna say this because this is what I have to practice. It's like my affirmations. Step into my greatness, because I would hold myself back, and I know I would. Then I would sit there like, and they'd be like, I don't think that's all you can do. Like, okay. Until I worked with this vocal coach. His name is Charles Perry. He's actually an artist developer, because he's not going to teach you how to sing like someone else. He wants you to develop your voice, how you want to sound. So I've been working with him, and I've actually, he can see through my BS, and he's like, I know you can do more. And if I didn't in that moment, I would have allowed him to limit me to this level, and then I wouldn't have been able to grow. And so a big thing that I would urge everybody to do is get out of your own way. Don't stand in your own way. That's something my dad tells me all the time. You cannot allow the fear of what could happen, all these things that are popping up in your head, stop you from growing, because you're not going to grow if you sit here and limit yourself. If you limit yourself, other people will too. And then you'll wonder why you're stuck in the same place. So yeah.
Oh, and y'all, real quick, just to give y'all a little like time frame. We it says we got 8 more minutes. All right. So you know what I'm saying? Just to give y'all a little time frame. But I did wanna expand on that too, because that's one thing I noticed. Like when I was younger, I didn't care at all. Like we used to have concerts for school. I'm telling you, I used to go up there and sing my favorite songs like it was nothing, like in front of the whole school, in front of people I didn't know. I used to go crazy up there. I'm talking singing country, hip hop, all that. I had
genres.
all the genres. You feel me? I had one like concert, and I used to have the YouTube video up on I used to have the video up on YouTube, like one of my first concerts, but I took it down because everybody in my class kept pulling it up. So I was like, yeah, y'all tripping now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tripping. Right, let me take that off the internet. But yeah, and then when I grew, you know what I'm saying? As I got older, you said what?
No, I'm just laughing at you.
For sure. And as I got older, it was just like I kind of started getting, you know what I'm saying, more like insecure, I would say is the word. Just about, you know, how I sound, you know what I'm saying, what other people think. And that's one thing I've had to work on as a speaker, like, you know what I'm saying, forget the opinions of other people. Like you kind of got to let go of that fear, because at the end of the day, people go talk regardless, whether you do perfect or whether you don't. So it's just like you just gotta put yourself out there, you know what I'm saying? Like Reagan was just saying, when you put yourself out there and get out of your comfort zone, like you're gonna see, man, it's just a way better way of living. You know what I'm saying? Just being comfortable in your own skin. So I definitely resonated with that story for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I definitely resonate with you and your dad, Notlim, getting out of your own self. Okay? That's my whole life's mantra, which is why I did a whole dramatic, you know, back up everything. That's what I live by, getting out of your own self's way and being who you truly are. And I am authentic. I'm real with my audience. I'm like, it's easier said than done. It really is until you do it. And once you do it and you continue to do it consistently, it becomes easier and easier every single time. Like when I get up and I speak, I still get butterflies, but I'm nowhere near as nervous. And I'm much, much, much more confident than I was in my very first time. Like I had maybe about 10 sheets of paper my first time, just reading from it. I wasn't even like inspiring at that moment. I was just reading the inspirational words to the audience. So I hope I was able to inspire that school, because that was definitely not my best. But I had to go through those obstacles and to get to where I am today. And so I think that's the main message of our podcast today, going through and knowing that you'll get there and getting that success. But we do want to ask you your last question to wrap this up. What is one way that you would like to inspire young moguls? How are you a young mogul in your life?
Let me take my time on this question. Let me think. I think since I've had so much time to think, especially during quarantine, I had a conversation with God, and I was just, you know, trying to figure out why I'm in this industry, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and why I have all these passions and gifts, because I do so much outside of singing and acting. I sew. I want to be like, kind of like what Zendaya did and Rihanna are doing with their platform, like create a clothing line, you know. I write poetry as well. So I do like a little bit of here and there. I think my biggest thing is to create. I want to create, and then I want what I create to really resonate with other people. I want them to be able to relate, because I know what it's like to go through so much. And sometimes you don't have people in your life to give you what you need, and, you know, to listen to you, or just to know that somebody has gone through this. Because most of the time people don't want to talk about this, the struggling period. They're like, oh yeah, that was a while ago, I'm here now, you know. And I think that that's what I really want to do. I want people to feel like they can do it, because I just had someone tell me I could, and then from there, mentally, there's no stopping. So I think that's the biggest thing. And honestly, I've never considered myself a young mogul, or, you know, some people call me like a powerful voice or huge inspiration. And then I started looking back, I'm like, oh, well, okay, I'll claim a title, you know, because I didn't realize what I was doing. I was just doing it. And that's why I record my motivational videos, because I know what it's like. And sometimes when I receive revelation, I'm like, wait a minute, let me record this. Somebody else might be going through this. So
Yeah. And those inspirational videos definitely always hit the spot because it's coming from such a genuine, you know what I'm saying, and pure place. And I think, you know, just as a person watching the video, you can tell, you know what I'm saying, when somebody's being like true and honest, and, you know, just like really giving their heart. So look, I want to congratulate you on everything that you're doing. And like I already know success in the future, like it's a given. You know what I'm saying? It's already in the air. And I just can't wait to see all the things that you do. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you for coming on a podcast. And, you know what I'm saying? Just spending some time with us for sure.
Yeah. I mean, of course, y'all are doing big things. So, I mean, I think what you're doing is admirable. Like the both of you coming together, wanting to inspire people. Some people are even scared to ask the question or say that I'm struggling. And the fact that you're just here with this platform, providing advice just in case someone's scared to ask, or just because someone needs an answer right now or needs to pick me up. You guys are here selflessly doing it. No one's asking you to. So round of applause for y'all.
Thank you so much. We really enjoyed having you on here, like really, truly from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for being on here because you really contributed to the conversation and you just added your own special flavor. And I love that. It's such a great conversation. Had some jokes, had some laughs, some pretty serious facial comments. Loved it all. So thank you once again from both of us, from everybody for coming on. Where can our audience find you?
You can find me on Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at Notlim Taylor. So Notlim and then Taylor, because people always get my name confused. Oh, it's Milton backwards.
Yes, I did want to say, Mom, your parents, they're so cool for that. Like you and your brother, how it's opposite. I realized that, and I just thought I was like, oh my gosh, they're so smart. But I had to say that before you went. But that was.
Oh yeah. See, my dad wanted a boy, and then I came out. He was like, what do we name her? And then he was like, let's just switch it around.
I love it.
No, that's the way to go. But yeah, yo, Notlim, again, I appreciate you. Everybody that tuned in, we appreciate y'all. We're gonna have all of Notlim's links, everything that she's doing. We're gonna have it all in the description so y'all can find her on social media. Y'all can connect with her and follow her along her journey of greatness. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all, and y'all already know, man. Let's get it. We'll see y'all next Sunday. All right, bet we good, y'all.
Thank you guys for having me.